Welcome to our escape plan series. So far, we have virtually visited Montana, Charleston, South Carolina, Turks and Caicos, the British Virgin Islands, and today we are going back to the Caribbean to visit Antigua and Barbuda. At Global Escapes, we know that constantly changing travel restrictions can be frustrating and overwhelming. We have a stress-free travel planning advisors that are there to help you every step of the way, providing the latest information worldwide. Having a vacation date on your calendar will bring back optimism and hope. Our goal for these events is to provide information, but mostly inspiration. We are also recording this episode. We will be sharing this on our social media, and you can go back and replay it if you missed something or share it with friends and family. So today we welcome Danielle Brown from the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority. How are you today?
Great, thank you. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. I love your palm behind you there. While
I try to keep the little island feeling with me even when I'm not there.
Exactly. So give us an update on the beautiful islands.
We're actually doing quite well. We have managed to manage the COVID situation quite successfully. We've currently only have 7 cases. And our entry protocols are one of the most stringent. Safety is a #1 factor. I mean, it is with everyone, but we're particularly mindful because of the resources that we have on island in terms of community spread and that type of thing. So to even get on the flight to Antigua, you have to have had a PCR test, and we only accept the RT-PCR tests, the real time, and 7 days before travel. So the day of travel is the 7th day. And once you arrive on island, they give you a health form on the flight that you fill out with all the information of where you're staying, if you've been exposed before, all of that type of thing. Once you arrive on island, then you're processed through, and they will determine if you're staying in a hotel. Once your test is negative and they are comfortable with the screening that you went through, then you're free to go to the hotel and in a certified taxi only. And then at the hotel, you are allowed to visit the island. You're allowed to participate in tours and excursions with certified tours and excursions, which is why I wanted to show the video, because a lot of our product have gone through very stringent testing procedures in order to be certified. And so when you're selling to your clients, once you tell them that, okay, this is a certified tour, excursion, taxi, restaurant, hotel, Airbnb, whatever it is pertaining to the product, then you know that your client's safe. Right. So we're really excited about that. And we do have our protocols outlined. You have to wear a mask on island. It's a mandate. And so that is how we have managed that situation. Our flights are coming back. So by the end of November into the 2nd week of December, we'll have all our flights back. So we will have daily flights, actually 2 flights out of Miami. We also will have flights from Atlanta, Charlotte, Newark, New Jersey, New York. And so we're, it's been a rough couple of months, but Antigua, our team seems to have been able to manage.
Well, and it seems as though there have been the cases there have been fairly low. Is that right? And the number of deaths, of course.
1. That's it.
Okay. Very good. Okay. That's good to hear. Okay. I think I did get it fixed up. So you should be able to share your screen now.
As Tiffany said, everyone, my name is Danielle Brown. I'm the Senior Business Development Manager for the Southeast USA market for Antigua and Barbuda. I am based in Miami, and my contact information is here, and Tiffany also has it. And I would love to invite you to visit our website, visit antiguabarbuda.com. Anything that you need to know, whether it's about the hotels or tours and excursions. And we also update our COVID protocols very regularly. So that's where we send everyone when they need information. For those of you that don't know where Antigua is situated, you can see here it's the largest of the Leeward Islands, and it's 108 square miles, which is roughly the same size as Manhattan, New York. We're pretty flat, so it's not very mountainous, and we do actually have 365 beaches, one for every day of the year, as we say. Barbuda, our sister island, is about 30 miles to the north of us. As I was saying to Tiffany, it's more eco-friendly. It's a more rustic. It's definitely for an unplugged escape type of vacation. And we're situated between Montserrat and Guadeloupe, which are to the south, and then to the north and east are St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Bart's, and St. Martin. So the video I was attempting to share earlier, hopefully I can do it at the end. This is the certification label that you would be looking for to recommend to your clients. This certification label is going to be carried on all our tours and excursions that have been certified by the government and the Ministry of Health for hotels, different types of accommodations, tours and excursions, restaurants, etc. And this is our health and safety protocols as I updated before. The testing has to be no more than 7 days before the day of travel. And we are mandated to wear face coverings at all times in public. At the airport, you will be screened for temperature checks. They will question you on your information on the health form. And from there, they will determine based on where you say you're staying. Once it's a certified property, there really should not be a problem. And I'm not aware that there has been one. Sanitization is key. Every hotel has a sanitization protocol and schedule in terms of cleaning the room, not allowing anyone into the room, wait time between selling the rooms, and customs and ground transportation are also very, very vigilant about less handling of luggage, sanitizing luggage that is handled, and the transportation vehicle itself. And we encourage social distancing. All our restaurants and tours, everybody encourages social distancing. So we have been certified as a safe destination. Also, as I said earlier, access to Antigua is available from all of the main gateways in the United States on the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, and Miami, Florida. And then of course, there are the secondary markets throughout the rest of the country. We have generally daily flights from Miami into Antigua and from JFK to Antigua during the peak season. Charlotte and Atlanta are normally on a Saturday, although Atlanta is looking to upgrade that to more days than the 1 day a week. And then Delta from Atlanta as well, and United Airlines from Newark, New Jersey. When we did have a cruise sector, an active cruise sector, all the major cruise lines came to Antigua on a regular schedule. So we, like everyone else, we're waiting to hear what's going to happen with the new protocols with that. When you enter the island, you enter through the Frigate Bird International Airport, which is our state-of-the-art air-conditioned airport, complete with jet bridges. It was completed in the last 5 years. Tiffany, I don't know did it exist when you visited last?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So, you know, it's a pride and joy, makes traveling that much more easier. We also have a VIP service, which during this time, it has been on pause. I believe that it will be, if it hasn't come back already, it will be shortly. We were doing training for the staff to manage the executive lounge, which you use on your departure, the concierge service. When you arrive, there's a meet and greet service that gets you through customs and immigration and through to your luggage and out to your transportation. So that's available at a fee. And like I said, it should be back on anytime now. The season starts this month. So Antigua and Barbuda is also known for its romance sector. We've been voted Caribbean's most romantic destinations for 5 years in a row, and then also leading honeymoon destination in the Caribbean for several years. One of the reasons that this happens is we get quite a few people coming in to do a destination wedding. We do not have a residency requirement. So you can fly in and get married and fly out the next day, or come in on a cruise ship, get married and leave that afternoon. It's just a very simple process of the application and paying those fees and confirming the date. You have a marriage officer, and that's it. Basically, all you need is your passport, a valid passport and proof of citizenship, a picture ID, and your proof of marital status. So I don't know if some of you know this, but we have an Antigua Barbuda specialist program, travel agent training program. So if you go to antiguabarbudaspecialist.us, there is a short program, 6 modules, very interactive. It's been updated recently. So it's basically, you learn a lot about the island so that it's that much easier for you to sell and to get some in-depth knowledge of it. It takes less than 20 minutes to get that done. And once you have become a specialist, you get your certificate, you register your bookings, you're eligible for other incentives. So our Black Pineapple Awards, which unfortunately we won't be having this year, we're looking at next year to continue that.
We'll share this with our staff. We've got
Right.
some of our clients on the line today.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and then of course the fam trips, you can share that with your staff as well.
Yeah.
So as I said, we have a lot of beaches. So there's a lot of extraordinary water activities. We have the catamarans, which do the circumnavigations around the island, whether it's half day or full day. We have the life under the sea type excursions, reef riders, which is a mechanized snorkeling diving equipment. Stingray City is our #1 excursion. It's been ranked throughout the world as one of the best ones. You can swim with the stingrays in a natural habitat. And for those of you that look for a little bit of exercise when you're on vacation, we have 2 golf courses. One is an 18-hole golf course in the northern side of the island. And we also have a 9-hole golf course at the southwestern side of the island in Jolly Harbor. For the adventurous types, there's zip lining through our Antigua rainforest canopy. And we also have a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is part of an 18th century Georgian fort, which actually still operates in the same way that it did after renovations and so on. This is the center of our sailing community. And we got that designation in 2016. So this is Nelson's Dockyard, one of the beautiful images from there. It's situated in English Harbor, which is the southern side of the island, and it's beautifully preserved. Also part of that World Heritage Site is the famous or infamous Shirley Heights barbecue sunset party. It's the longest running party in the Caribbean, and it overlooks English Harbor, that same view that you see here. The sunsets from there are absolutely spectacular, as are the rum punches. So we are a very, yachting and sailing is one of our premier sectors. So there's quite a lot of, we have a heavy yachting regatta calendar, even though some have been canceled for this year or postponed to next year. Many of them are still continuing in the spring into the summer. So we have the Classic Yacht Regatta in April, followed by Antigua Sailing Week, which is the 4th largest regatta in the world, and actually really quite popular, especially with the onshore activities as well. We have a vibrant tennis community. There's some of the hotels between April and May, and then October and November, we have different competitions and trainings. Sports fishing tournament, there's one in June and one in September, which is absolutely fantastic. You can visit Antigua and get onto a boat and go fishing, join the competition, cook what you've caught after, and generally enjoy that experience. We have a seafood festival and pineapple and mango festivals in April and July. And as you know, we have the Antigua black pineapple. So that is something that has been branded as the sweetest pineapple in the world. And it's something definitely worth experiencing. Our carnival experience is the first Monday and Tuesday in August. And that's parties in the streets, music, costumes, just a general celebratory environment. And as you can see here, Prince Harry made a visit to us in November, 2 years ago, I think it was, for our independence celebrations. Even though we're an independent island, we still have representation from the UK with the Queen's representative, the Governor General. For the environmentalists, we have the turtle watching. Our season runs from June to October, and we've actually changed street lights, and we've educated locals and children in schools about the importance of respecting the environment when the turtles are nesting. And we do have tours where you can go and look at that. So I find that very, very, it's exciting. As I said before, I encourage you all to visit AntiguaBarbuda.com because a lot of the information that I just spoke about is all housed on that website. Now I'm just gonna, based on time constraints, I'm gonna go through some pictures of our properties. Antigua has the most luxury all-inclusive hotels in the boutique hotels in the Caribbean. So even though they are all-inclusive, they're not huge hotels with the exception of the new Royalton. Let's start with beautiful Barbuda. And here you actually have pink sand beaches, as you can see. And we have a Frigate Bird sanctuary, the largest in the Western world. You can see here they have the red breast, and you can go diving for lobster with the fishermen and cook the lobster after, however it is that you would like it to. And this is an image of one of the dining areas for the hotel in Barbuda. Getting to Barbuda is very easy. Small airplane. We have leisure boats that go on tours. You can actually book a tour for the day and the stop is Barbuda. So you can leave Antigua in the morning and get back in the evening. You can get there by helicopter, and then there's the Barbuda ferry, which takes about 90 minutes. Barbuda Belle is one of our popular properties on there. It's very rustic in a luxurious way, which is difficult to explain, but it's a beautiful property and definitely a disconnect and unplug. And as you can see, it's literally right on the beach, all the rooms.
Plenty of room for physical distancing.
Definitely, definitely. So this is one of their rooms. As you can see, it's pretty modern, even though it does have that rustic feel, and it's definitely worth the experience. And then there's the apple of the island, the Jumbie Bay Island Resort, which just reopened on November 7th. And they're waiting for everyone as well. Beautiful, beautiful properties. And then we have the Blue Waters Resort, which is another popular one on the northern side of the island that went through a renovation, and their rooms are absolutely stunning. Quiet elegance is what I say about Blue Waters Resort, and it's also family friendly.
Right, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Curtin Bluff Resort, very luxurious and has been winning multiple awards this year. All inclusive, and it's one of our high-end properties on the southwestern side of the island.
Now, are there any resorts that have been closed due to the storms that came through last year or the year before?
The hurricanes, yes, we had resorts that were closed, but for cosmetic.
Okay.
As much as Barbuda was badly damaged, that 40-mile difference made a difference for Antigua, because other than cosmetics, fixing a roof or, dealing with landscaping and that type of thing, Antigua never, I think maybe 2 or 3 days just to clean up. Okay. And then it was back to business as usual, and then focusing on trying to help Barbuda get through that.
Right.
Hermitage Bay is our most romantic property. It's extremely popular. We get a lot of guests wanting to stay here, and they absolutely love it. This is one of the hillside villas, and it comes with a plunge pool. It's like a Polynesian Caribbean type feeling. And they also have rooms down on the beachfront, on the waterfront as well. Cocoa Bay.
Beth and our office visited Hermitage Bay a couple of years ago and absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think there's anything there that someone wouldn't like. It really is a fabulous property. Cocoa Bay has become one of our fun properties for 30 and 40-year-olds. Maybe some older, but generally people who are on honeymoon or romantic getaways. This seems to have been a popular choice, and also for getting married on the beach. It's also attached to a restaurant that has won USA Today's People's Choice Award for first and second best restaurant in the Caribbean. It's called Sheer Rocks. And that is an experience that I think anyone on island should have. We also have the Carlisle Bay Resort, which is just at the entrance of our rainforest area. As you can see, it's very, very green in the background there. And that is a lovely, lovely property, very luxurious. And it's another one of our high-end offerings that both all-inclusive, you can have the all-inclusive option, and it's also family-friendly. They actually do have some great packages for the festive season coming up. If you need information on that, you can let me know. This is, yes, this is their rooms, the bathroom. Then we have Sugar Ridge Resort, which has an Aveda spa. It doesn't sit on a beach. However, the shuttle takes literally 2 minutes to get you to one of two beaches. And it has a yoga shed up on the hill, and a beautiful 5-star restaurant also situated up on the hill called Carmichael's. And these are their rooms. Some of them come with plunge pools. And this is the view from Carmichael's up at the top, as I was saying. And then Sandals sits on Dickinson Bay, which is our longest and most beautiful beach on the island. And it's a very popular couples resort as well, especially for their weddings. The Inn at English Harbor is situated deep in the southern side of the island, near the UNESCO World Heritage Site. It has a colonial type feel to it, an old world Caribbean feeling. And it sits on Galleon Beach, which is also very, very kid-friendly. And there are lots and lots of restaurants around if you choose to get off. And it's near the sailing hub if you're interested in participating in or looking at any of the regattas. We have Gali Bay Resort, which is an all-inclusive adults-only property. And this is part of the Elite Island Resorts group, including Pineapple Beach Club, adults only, on the eastern side of the island. And this Pineapple Beach Club is actually across the street from the Veranda Hotel. So if you do have a wedding and you're at Pineapple, your family can actually stay at Veranda. It's literally across the street. So, and that's a coordination that can happen. Then there's St. James's Club, which is also situated in English Harbor. And that has gone through extensive renovations. It's absolutely stunning. There's the Veranda Resort. Coco's Hotel on the southwestern side of the island. It's also, as you can see, little individual rooms. And those come with their plunge pool as well, an infinity plunge pool. Keona Beach Resort is very popular. It is on Turner's Beach on the southwestern side, the Caribbean seaside of the island. And this one, it has its plunge pools, and it also has outdoor showers, which have proven to be very popular. Tamarind Hills is one of our newest properties. It's still in development, but it is open. This is the perfect social distancing opportunity. It's, as you can see, it's individual villa rooms, high-end luxury. It has access to 2 beaches, one on either side of the property. These are the rooms. And as you can tell from a lot of these properties, they're not huge. So
Right.
that allows for the social distancing that is so important for all of us right now. This is
Right.
Hermitage Bay Resort on the northern side of the island. And then the Royalton, which opened earlier last year. This is and with the and this is our only over the water bungalow hotel. So these are available at the Royalton. Then for complete escape, we have Nonsuch Bay Resort on the furthest side of the island on the eastern side. It's a luxury resort. And apart from having their main hotel, they also have the Escape at Nonsuch, which caters to couples. So that's that. And then the Antigua Yacht Club, right in on the English Harbor Marina, is actually quite popular, especially with group travel. And this is the view that you share from both the Antigua Yacht Club and South Point Resort, which is also a very popular resort to stay at in English Harbor. In terms of our new developments, we opened Hammock Cove Resort last winter. And this is it's a small property, extremely high end. It's 4.5 to 5 star. It's proven to be extremely popular with guests who are looking for a getaway and the safety factor of not having too many people around. There are individual cottages. And we have Best Western coming up in the future. That is being worked on right now. We'll be having that on island. The Waldorf Astoria will also be doing its first Caribbean hotel on Antigua. These are the renderings for that, as well as the Marriott Autograph Collection. They will also be having a property on island. As you know, all of these were slated to be worked on already. As you know, COVID has delayed quite a few things for quite a few many people. So we're hoping that we'll get a start date on these again very soon. Rosewood will be putting in a hotel at the Half Moon Bay beach, which is an absolutely stunning. You can see how large this beach is, and there's nothing else around it. So that's definitely going to be an experience. It's going to be stunning. Robert De Niro, the actor, has bought our former K Club hotel on Barbuda and is in the process of building his Paradise Found Nobu Resort on Barbuda. So that's something to look forward to. And I'm just going to share this quick video with you just to give you a feel of what the island energy is. So let me just get to that.
It looks fantastic. I'm ready to go right now.
I know. So this is the contact information. The website is visitantiguabarbuda.com. We're available also on Facebook. If you go to BDM Danielle, DONYELLE, a lot of what I spoke about, there are posts on there. There are also webinars, recordings from webinars that we've had with individual properties, and a host of other information pertaining to the destination. And Other than that, we are on Instagram, Antigua and Barbuda, etc. And you feel free to reach out at any time. As I said, I am the representative for the Southeast market, and I'm here to facilitate anything that you may need.
Great. Now, tell me real quick before we go. You know, a lot of people are calling us, they're preparing for their holiday plans and then their spring and summer for next year. So are you guys seeing an uptick in people getting arrangements made for the holidays in the beginning of next year?
We actually have seen an uptick for this year, which was actually quite surprising. But yes, our hotels are at about 50 or 60%. So we're comfortable with where it is as we navigate, making sure that everyone's as safe as we can and can make them.
Right.
And for next year, definitely, we have been seeing quite a bit, particularly for our hotels that have the cottages or individual rooms, the beaches that are wide open. So that encourages social distancing. We've seen a lot of requests for charters as well. So some people do stay in a hotel 2 days and do a charter over the weekend for 3 days on a boat. We're pivoting and navigating the different requests from travel advisors and visitors as well. But we've seen the uptick, definitely.
Good. Well, and we're seeing a lot of people that are looking to pull their personal group together and travel together. So
Yes.
I think you guys will see a lot more, certainly the villas, the smaller hotels, where there aren't as many people around, and small pods of people can kind of travel together that have maybe kind of been in quarantine or in, somewhat sheltering in place during this entire.
And we encourage that, because once you get on islands, then you get to stay together and you actually get to experience and get off, out of the villa and off property to experience the food and the different attractions that we have. And I think that's definitely something that we're looking forward to seeing it come back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is really helpful. I think we're all kind of climbing the walls. We're all ready to get back out there. Those of us who are used to traveling throughout the year, it's been really difficult to kind of sit still and be patient, but we're all learning that. I do believe that, we've been reminding all of our clients that the destinations they're used to visiting are going to be so glad to see the guests return. I know it's so much of the the livelihood and the tourism dollars contribute so much to the economy of a lot of these islands and a lot of the destinations around the world. But we obviously, the number one priority is safety for everyone. So this was great. Really appreciate you joining us today. If anybody has any additional questions, please reach out to us directly at Global Escapes. We'll be back in 2 weeks on December 3rd, and we will be finding out all of the things that are happening at the Ritz-Carlton at Amelia Island in Florida. You can click the link in the chat to register for that particular webinar. And just remember that now is the time to begin planning your spring, summer, and fall vacations. And Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I just wanted to answer Steve's question quickly. I see a question from him. What day is the barbecue? The barbecue is on a Sunday.
Okay.
We'll have a seafood Friday as well. But the barbecue is not back yet, but it will be for the season.
Are any of the events that you mentioned as you went through the slideshow, have any of them in the first or second quarter of next year, have any of those been canceled at this point, or are you guys just kind of waiting to see?
They have not been canceled.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have just reconfirmed a lot of our sailing activities as well. So that's a good look. Yes.
Well, we're all trying to learn how, what this is going to look like. I know that the situation is certainly fluid, and I see a question about documentation that you need in hand for COVID. You have to have a negative COVID test within 7 days of arriving the island, right?
Not the rapid test. It has to be the RT-PCR test. That's the only one that we accept, the real-time PCR test, not the rapid test.
Okay.
And once you have that, the 7th day is the day of travel. You will be allowed on the flight. And then once you get to Antigua, once you're staying in a certified property, which I think all of the hotels are, then you're fine. You can do the tours and excursions and restaurants and all that.
Okay, good information. So, and again, anyone has any additional questions once we finish the recording, the webinar today, please feel free to reach out to us directly. Follow us on your favorite social media channel to stay inspired and up to date with all of our events. And remember, having a vacation date on your calendar will bring back optimism and hope. Think of Global Escapes as your trusted resource in this journey back to exploring the world. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks again, Danielle. And I hope everybody has a great day. Great lunch, great rest of the day.
Happy Thanksgiving in advance, everyone.
Exactly. Focus on all the things we do have to be thankful for. Not the things we're missing. We can't focus on those things. The things we're thankful for. So thank you so much again. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.